Make sure you also check out Auronnj's channel. Auronnj, where can they find you at?
So Nightbot just linked it in the chat, actually. It's twitchtv.com/Auronnj. I've actually been on a little like a 2-week hiatus because I got married.
Woo!
Wait, I'm flashing.
Oh, look at that thing.
Look at that ring. That's like a solid no gemstones in that thing ring because I had to spend all my money on Visior. But her ring is nicer. So,
of course.
You know, we're doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were just having some time. Then my sister just got married, and school started back up. So I teach, and that's been a 2020 kind of thing. But the stream will be back very soon, and the YouTube videos will be back. As soon as I start streaming again, I'll start making YouTube content as well.
Yeah, congrats on your marriage. And then your sister got married, and I'm sorry that you have to teach amid COVID. I'm sure that's very stressful.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. It sucks.
Now, what would people know you from? Like, what type of content do you create?
Yeah, so I do Guild Wars content. I'm known mostly for playing Eileen. Like, I think Eileen has a lot more of a... I think she has a following. I think a lot of people appreciate her more than they did from the original tier list. Because, and I feel like I had a lot to do with that. Because I was like, look, here's a character that everybody thinks is terrible. And watch this, she's going to go, like, destroy people in high-level Guild Wars. And I just kind of wanted to show that, hey, all the characters, any character in this game, besides, like, Mashari and still maybe, or at least they're worth looking into. And if you like a character, play him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, she's kind of your waifu, right? Is what we would call that.
Yeah, that right there.
And I know. Does your wife know about Eileen?
So, interesting conversation here.
Yeah.
You talk about having kids at some point, right?
Right.
And we're throwing out like girl names. And I'm like, oh, and like we both really like the name Lilith. And I was like, what about Eileen?
Nah.
And she was like, no. And I was like, but it's a pretty good name. It's a pretty good name.
Nah. So if you did have a girl, what would it be called?
Lilith.
It. What would it be called? What if it was a boy?
Dude, boy names are tough. Boy names, yeah.
Clearly a man not happy if he has a son here right now.
I want a daughter, honestly. Like, I've always wanted a daughter.
Yeah.
Mario, name him Zazan. Make him wear a bear hood every day.
We are going to be talking about the UR character pull list, which is going to be happening here in Global as well. Just to shout something out real quick, though, that we're going to be talking about is in our Discord, dig.gs/Discord. If you guys go and join there now, there is a 10-minute lag time just to stop us from getting bot charged. If you go there, we actually have our own UR poll going on right now, and it is going to be featuring every single unit that could potentially be a UR remake. And Giant has actually committed to whoever is the highest voted unit at the end of tonight. He will do an artistic rendition of that character as a UR unit. So if you guys want to see, maybe you're not going to win, maybe you guys aren't going to win in the global character UR contest, you could still win in the Mole Colony UR character contest, and Giant will do Giant will do a full rendition of a UR character. So and not a mole version, an actual like UR version. So make sure you go out to our Discord and check that out.
Yeah, right now Zazan with a bit of a commanding lead.
Yeah.
But then you have Shadow Links, which would be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then one of my favorites, Adelard.
Yeah. Interestingly, Adelard is one of the higher rated characters on our poll on our Discord. And I don't know if that's just because I'm gay and there's a lot of gay people on our Discord that love Adelard. Or it could be because of the jamming thrust. But yeah, I would love to see a UR rendition, and it's so interesting to see the difference between what global players, Shoot Cell is crushing it too, what global players are voting, and what global characters are trending right now versus what JP characters are trending right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I sent it to you beforehand. If you guys haven't seen this, the poll results for JP are already out. And if you go down the list on the JP, the only man present is Mont. There is some in the 11th to 20th category, but in the top 10, the only man present is Mont. And it's interesting to me because we saw a lot of shadow links in our personal Discord and Zazan. Well, you don't see any of them on the JP list here, do ya?
Yeah, that's like, I wonder, maybe we just like memeing things more than they do in Japan. Because like our entire list is like Zazan is the meme, right?
Yeah.
And, all right, here's my idea though. Check this out. Here's how you do You Are Zazan. It's a bear wearing Zazan's head on his head. And that's it. Boom, there you go.
You just flip it, right? Instead of Zazan wearing a bear, it's a bear wearing a Zazan.
Exactly. And then there it is. And then it's still a ninja, and it's even more funny because it's even bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Zazan UR promotional video yet?
No, wait. Is that
you have not seen the UR Zazan promotional video?
No.
Let me see if I can find a way to navigate to it. Someone posted in chat. Bob, are you able to post it in chat for me? And we will go find it. But basically, someone out there was very passionate about Zazan and was very upset that I decided to vote for Sir O, and that I was using my platform to advocate for Sir O. And since we are entering the American political season, they did a political ad featuring us. So here we go, guys. We're gonna go ahead and click on that. Tiger Wookie with the 5 gift subs, dude. Thank you so much. And here we go, guys.
Some people like Dr. Diggs want you to have crappy URs.
Oh, tell me they did like great editing on this too.
O, because he's the most badass character in War of the Visions.
Oh, they made
everywhere.
it all drama. You're all in black.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that all you got? You hardly put up a fight at all.
Lame.
Lame.
They got the laugh going too.
Don't let Dr. Diggs ruin Global. What we need is a true hero.
Relax. It's
what?
just a little banter.
Okay.
Don't I look the part?
So that is the vote Zazan counter that has been made in Global.
Like, that was pretty good.
It was pretty funny. It just really made me realize, though, that we are going to have to counter with our own political ad for our own characters.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, I could start that right now. Just vote for Eileen, because next month is my birthday, and so we could do birthday Eileen just for me.
Would birthday Eileen be wearing her birthday suit?
Yeah, that's correct.
And what would your wife think about that?
You know,
you're a married man now, Auronnj.
That's true. It's still okay.
I mean, I'm just gonna say what everyone in chat is thinking when I say your name. I just want to call you Auronnj all the time. Like, that's all I want to call you every time I say your name.
Yeah, it's like it's definitely from Final Fantasy X though.
Is it? Is it really?
Yeah, Auron's Final Fantasy X. It's
well, I knew Auronj was Final Fantasy X, but what's the J?
Because I was playing EverQuest back then, and I wanted to be named Auronnj, and that name was taken, so I just added a J.
So,
and boom. And then that ever since.
So when you were like 12 years old, then is what you're saying? God,
yeah. How old was I? Because I'm 35. However long ago that was, 2000. 20-ish years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I think we all have. I think we all have a name that we have carried with us since childhood.
Yeah.
What do you think about Glaciella being number 1 and Little Leela being number 2?
Okay, so Little Leela's very okay. Like, I love Japanese culture. Preface this whole thing with that, right? Stop taking little girls that are 11.
Oh, you're gonna make Bob really angry right now. You're about to make Bob very angry.
Look, little Leela looks like a girl from my class could be, right? Like, I can't be getting behind waifu little Leela. That's when the white party bus shows up outside your house and you disappear forever.
What do you feel about Venera then?
I feel lots of things about Venera. I don't think that she's a good pick for this, though.
Why not?
Well, okay, so do Shadow Links instead, right? Like, you already have Venera. If you want another dodgy ninja assassin type, make like Shadow Links. What's
stopping them from making a Venera or a number 2 Venera? What's stopping them from making her like a gunner? Well, I mean, I guess she's already a gunner.
Yeah,
Damn
it. I just think so. I think that there's a ton of people that already have her, and this is a good chance to expand the champion pool of usable characters, right? Like, do Mia.
Yeah.
Like, Mia's kind of cool, and she's in the story. Glaciella winning, by the way, is just dumb. Like,
why is Glaciella winning dumb?
Okay, I love spear waifus more than the most. But even in JP, even though this came out a little bit after Glaciella came out, they still just got Glaciella. So I feel like everybody was voting. They're like, oh, my favorite character is the new thing I just got. I love Glaciella. And she won by 4,000 votes.
Yeah, it's pretty substantial. Yeah, it's pretty substantial. We are getting some reports she wasn't even out in JP yet, though, which is crazy to me.
Then that's even more dumb. They could just be like, oh, here she is, that you won. And then just released Glaciella.
I'm really confused why we have, like, number 7, this anonymous character, stealthed in darkness.
They obviously knew who it was they voted for.
I have no idea who that is. Like, I have absolutely no idea who that is.
Maybe yeah, I can't tell. No way. Okay, and also, Mont is a dumb choice as well, because we're 100% going to get
right. Yeah, like, why would you vote Mont? But if you look at our Discord, Mont is one of the most voted characters out there. Like, they love Mont.
Well, and I get that, but we're definitely going to get, like, double cost Super Mont.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we did just get... Is the new Helena double cost? I haven't actually looked her up yet.
I didn't think so. I mean, we can look.
And I'm surprised Sleepy Girl got 5th place.
Yeah, what is that?
I mean, maybe she becomes more of a main character in the story, but who wants Sleepy Girl?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't either.
I mean, like, her... Yeah, she was just kind of like, I get, like, she filled this weird role. Like, that whole part with her in the story, it was like, here's a guy you don't really know who it is, and here's a girl you don't really know who it is, and they're sort of just doing nothing. And I was like, wow, Skip. Like,
wait. You can't skip anything with Camillo, though, because Camillo is hands down the cutest guy character in the game. So, I mean, I guess maybe I can understand why she got 5th, because I would vote Camillo if he was on the list.
Okay, well, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I do enjoy Camillo. And look at Chat. Chat is just like Camillo's creepy. Chat, go F yourselves.
Mysidia thinks Balo's cuter than your guy. But that's probably true. He's thicker, at least.
Yeah. We also got Ildira, which I think is an acceptable 6th tier waifu.
Yes.
I think...
Yeah. And she's weird too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you could release a more, not basic version of her, but you could release a more normal class version of her, or do something cool like Oracle or something else new.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, she's got the sexy librarian thing going, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you were to pair 2 waifus with Eileen, because obviously your number 1 choice would be Eileen, right?
Yes. Every composition I make.
So who would be number 2 and number 3 for you personally?
Glaciella and Victoria.
But you just said Glaciella was a bad idea for winning.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about like what characters do I like the most? Oh, no. Oh, so if I want to win this poll?
Yeah. For second and third.
Number 1.
Okay.
And that's just part of it. But then I would go, like, I have my like game in front of me here. So I would not do a UR that's already, I would not do a character that's already a UR, but I think Lilith would be really cool.
Even with Bikini Lilith coming out.
I don't think, okay. I think that they're doing this thing right now where the JP exclusives, so I'm talking like Christmas Moshery, Bikini Lilith, I don't know that we get those. I think we might get our own thing, and that might be how they just differentiate the games.
You're hurting
that on nothing.
You're hurting people right now. That's hurting
that
people
be.
Currently.
But well, where's Christmas Moshery? Like, if they release her at Christmas time, she's already not going to be like S tier.
I mean, right? She's still pretty good though.
Oh, she's good. But think about this game in a couple months. Like, as Glacial is out, we have Kane coming around the corner. Like, Christmas Moshery's spot just isn't going to be as valuable to chase a limited time Christmas unit.
Yeah.
So I would think they would just release a global exclusive limited time Christmas unit. Maybe another Moshery, right? Because like we need a usable version of Moshery.
What? How would you feel if they released Coconut Lilith for Halloween? But what they did was they just like edited really poorly, like a pumpkin head on her, and like really tried to make like a really bad Halloween UR unit, but like change her. How would you feel about that?
Not good.
Because I fear they would do something like that.
Yeah, like use the exact same kit and like the model, but literally just do a little art to it.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see that too.
Like,
okay, so here you go. Murmur. I would love to see UR Murmur.
That's an interesting choice.
Sosha. Or here's one. How about another actual healer like Naya or something like that? Like, because Ayaka is everywhere and it's just annoying to see her all the time.
Who's Naya again? I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'm like, 3 million hours into the game.
Yeah, right? So, Naya, Murmur, Sosha, any others you would be happy to see up there?
Oh, Adelard. Adelard's one of my like main content dudes for my videos, so I'd love that.
And that's just because jamming thrust, right?
Oh, I think he looks cool. But yeah, jamming thrust. I mean, like jamming thrust he was my original jamming thrust guy, and he hard carried on some maps for a while.
How do you feel about Phoebe? Because I would like to see a remake of Phoebe.
Yeah, like that would be cool. And make her look like, I think her look's not bad right now, but she doesn't look like I'm a powerhouse character. Give her like powered up version Phoebe, like have some weird side story where she gets angry and goes like, brawly mode or something.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
In terms of Eileen,
okay.
You played the regular first Brave Exvius, correct? Or no? No.
Never.
Did you know that there's different versions of Eileen in the Brave Exvius game?
Yeah, people have told me that. I literally picked Eileen because she was the only B tier character on the initial tier list for this game. That was the only reason.
That's the only reason you chose her.
Well, I mean, there's obvious reasons other than that, but like she's not alone in those. Like those other reasons. Other people have them too. But I was like, I looked at her stats and I was like, there's just no way she's this bad. Like, there's no way. And then I was like, all you gotta do is, Merlot is correct. She was my first UR. And in fact, I think I pulled her, of my first 20 URs, I think I pulled her 6 times.
Wow.
Yeah, like I just thought there was this thing in this game where it gave you the same URs you already had at first, just to help you boost them, and then everybody else was like, that's not a thing. I was like, no, it is for me.
Nah. Let me ask. Go ahead.
Well, I'll say then Orlando came out, and I was like, oh, take this. Yeah, you just can't do anything to this girl. And she just slaughters him. And so as long as he's in the meta, she's pretty good.
I agree. When you are building your Eileen, just to talk about a quick Eileen build with everybody in here.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking about building Eileen, I think about going for a 100% crit build. Do you go for a 100% crit build with her?
No, I end up focusing on accuracy with her because I use her mainly to counter Orlando, and he tends to buff evasion or run in evasion comps.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. And so because of that, like, it's too annoying to miss. And so I actually just build accuracy spears and just go for more luck. And that has, because I mean, she hits him for like 7,000 damage.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You don't need to crit for 8,500. It's
absolutely.
Dead. Yeah.
Do you think a crit build for Eileen is viable, or do you think focusing on accuracy on her is better?
Well, I think the meta that we'll start seeing, like, once Glaciella comes out, right? I think you're going to start seeing this meta of 3 bruisers. I think we'll finally get away from tank, healer, DPS. And at that point, like, if a crit is the difference between 1 or 2 shotting something or not, then I think more things become viable.
I'm wondering a lot because the 4 Kings card is coming. And if people aren't familiar with the 4 Kings card, it gives a party-wide critical hit rate plus 20, and it is a MR card. So it's going to be quite easy for people to max out. So I know a lot of spear users have Sub-Lancer, which is access to critical buff and deadly mastery. And so I'm wondering if we might see that Glaciella Eileen critical hit build.
Maybe, right? And I with yeah, I think it'd be worth playing with for sure. I actually just did a cool thing earlier. Drain Force builds, right? Like, I know those are going to become a thing as bruisers get back in. Dude, I Stern, like I set Stern up with a Drain Force build, and I have Uldoa ready to go. And so I'm thinking about going like Uldoa, Eileen, Stern, and just like running at the enemy and just Drain Forcing on them.
That would probably be even better with the stat stacking that's going to be coming, right?
Yes, exactly. I think it's going to be really good.
How high have you been able to get their HP? Because it's based off HP, right?
Yeah. So Stern can Drain Force for almost 3,000 with what I can do now.
Wow. And that's with how much defense on him?
A lot of slash resist. So it's a slash resistance build. And that helps Eileen. And Uldoa has 0, I think. I think she's just neutral in that category. Stern has like 5 base, and Eileen has a lot base. So I think you get, like, I go resistances.
How would you
target those teams?
How do you think you would generate the AP for the Drain Force builds? Uldoa's TMR and Ziza's TMR exclusively?
Yeah, that's how I've been doing it.
And then what do you do with that 3rd unit? Like, with that 3rd unit, like, who would that 3rd unit be? It would probably be one that survives better, right?
Right now, it's Warrior of Light.
Yeah.
If I did 3 of them together, I think I would make whichever one of them had the most TP abilities and was the slowest. I would not give Bells or Uldoa's TMR to.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've been I don't know if you saw my YouTube video, but I've been experimenting with the ultimate penetration team right now. With Warrior of Light Sub Dragoon. Have you experimented with that at all? Yeah,
I've used that in Arena Sub, and it's pretty fun. So, like, my only maxed UR vision card is Snowy Fields. And so anything I can do to, like, boost, piercing damage.
Wait, you have Snowy Fields maxed?
Yeah, 99, yeah.
Oh, I've been trying to do that for so long.
It's so nice. The agility buff actually is useful at level 99.
Yeah.
It's 5%, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he hits pretty hard. The thing with Warrior of Light is that his attack stat is so bad.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, it's higher than most tanks, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I always think, I'm like, yeah, I guess I'd probably rather him just be standing there taking damage.
Right. I feel like people just don't expect it, though. Like, your Warrior of Light runs forward, and then all of a sudden he's fucking dragon diving. Like,
what are you doing? And he's like, I'm coming. And then he lands, and he's like, 1,000 damage.
Like,
he takes like.
I think about that one person who's like at a bus stop in the middle of nowhere that's just playing their arena. And they're just like doing nothing. Nobody's there. Tumbleweeds are passing. And you just hear this like, what the fuck? Like,
wait a second. This Warrior of Light. Wait, this guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
And then he loses to it. He's like, I'm an idiot.
I think we'll see a lot more Pierce comps as well when the jump update comes out as well.
Yeah, that's going to make... Because I feel like Victoria is actually falling off a little bit right now.
Yep.
Like, and I think, though...
Even though...
She could be smarter.
She's falling off even though all enemy types are weak to her. Like, not elemental-wise, but weak to piercing.
Well, and she's good against the most... Like, I'd say the most prevalent couple of characters you see are Warrior of Light, obviously, and then Ayaka. And, yeah, she needs to be able to land... Like, it's so terrible, especially if you don't have bells. And Victoria struggles at generating AP. So if she has enough to do one dragon dive and it misses, you lose.
Yeah,
that is terrible.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see what direction that they go with her in the future.
Yeah, with Victoria, you mean?
Yeah, in terms of once the jump meta comes in, same with a lot of those jumping units. Because I'm wondering about CT reduction abilities, right? Yeah. So if, for example, a lot of Dragoons have the minus 250 CT on them, I'm wondering if you have the settings set up so once the AI is updated, their jump will land no matter what. If you actually want to take off your CT reduction so that when they're jumping up in the air, they're in the air longer, they're guaranteed to hit the enemy, and then they're not going to be able to be targeted by enemy attacks.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good insight there. Like I already don't run CT reduction just because I tend to run more defensive, especially for Guild Wars, right? Like I'll run an offensive card like Snowy Fields or something. But then it's more important that you can jump twice than hitting for a little bit more damage. So I end up running like at least one, if not two defensive cards. Right. And yeah, like I just can't find how am I going to slide in CT reduction in there? Yep. Especially like you're saying, once they're smart enough to not use their abilities dumbly. Yep. Yeah. I tried to sound like that was really dumbly. Yeah. Like English is falling apart.
Teacher right here, right?
Teacher. Yeah, I don't teach English, all right? When I grade papers, I don't grade for syntax.
That's right.
But yeah, so like becoming stronger than anyone else, like what chat's talking about. Like I have that card fairly leveled, but I just like I'd rather run slash resistance or HP or is something at luck, right? Yeah. Like luck is more valuable, I think.
Yeah. Auronnj, we are approaching that point where we are going to be transitioning to the next streamer. If you have any closing remarks or you want to address or throw out your YouTube channel once again for stream, why don't you go ahead and do it now?
Sure. Yeah. So check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/Auronnj. I usually stream, once I get back into it, I stream about 4:00 Central Time on weekdays and every once in a while on the weekends. And then my YouTube channel is the same. Just search Auronnj on YouTube. And I do a lot of Guild Wars stuff and vote for Eileen in the poll. And so we can have birthday party Eileen. I'm sure she'll look really nice in her birthday clothes.
There you go. All right, you guys, we are going to transition to the waiting screen while I transition. Coffee will be joining us next from the Eden of Gaming community. And Auronnj, thank you so much for coming on tonight and talking with us and being the first person to come on the stream. I know it can be intimidating with so many people here. Being the first one, you never know if we're going to experience any technical difficulties or if the stream's going to crash. And what everybody doesn't know is Auronnj also started early with me just so I could calibrate everything. So thank you so much, Auronnj. I'm going to transition to the waiting screen now, guys. But if you could all put loves in chat for him, that would be awesome.